So today I thought we'd make a note holder to go on the fridge. That can be made for anyone, for men, women, children, anybody. So you'll need a piece of card which is really thick. This is almost like mount board, this card. 9x4, you'll need that, and you want to cover it with some double-sided tape. I've used my really thick one there on one side. You'll want some coloured paper. You can cut that at 10x5, and I've used the Prima Rebel collection there, which is really pretty. It's sort of punky, but why I've used that is because I'm going to use this visible image stamp. I love her, she's fantastic. Look at her, I love her eyes, she looks almost hypnotic, and I just love her, she's so quirky. I'm going to use her, so I want to do it for sort of a teenager, young lady, and I'm going to use this. So pop that down, face down onto the table, and centre your card in the centre of that piece. You should have 1/2 inch all the way round spare. Cut your corners, just leave 1/8 inch at the edge of that corner and cut across there. Then you'll want to either put glue or double-sided tape. I would go with double-sided tape on this, on the 4 edges there. So when you've taken the backing off your double-sided tape, just pop it down onto the desk and just do that, and that makes it easier to get it nice and flat on there and give you a nice edge. Do the 2 long edges first, I find probably better, and that just
I think it's come out nicely. I'm
for
pleased
you.
with it.
And what I decided to do with this one too was put 2 mini paper clips on to hold some messages and papers. These I got from Wilkinson's. I don't know if you can get them from eBay, or you could put ordinary size ones, you could put paper clips, any sort of clips. So to do the back then, you need a sheet of card. I've used some nice pearl pink. It's 8 3/4 by 3 3/4, so we'll stick that on. Again, I'm going to use some double-sided tape to do that. My post-it notes are 3 by 3, so I want the width to be just slightly bigger than my notebook, so I'm going to give it, I just gave it another 1/8 inch, so mine was 3 1/8 wide. So it's 3 this way, so I will want 3 and that 1/8, so I'm scoring first at 3 1/8. Then I want to score whatever the top measures, which was 1/2 inch on mine, so I need to measure another 1/2 inch, and then I should have 3 1/8 left, which I have. So mine was 3 by 3, my measurements were 3 1/8 by 6 3/4, and that was scored at 3 1/8 and 3 5/8. So that was mine. And that's telling you how to calculate it if yours is slightly different. Then we want to just reinforce the score lines on that. So that will make our little cover. You can of course decorate that however you want to. On the back of your post-it notes you should have just a plain sheet. Just pop some double-sided tape on that, and then you can stick that onto the back of your cover. Now at this point, if you didn't want to make the one to go on the fridge, you could put 2 holes in the top and thread some ribbon just as a little notepad to hang in the bedroom. I'm going to stick some holes in. I'm not going to bother to measure them, and I'm going to take it down round about 1/2 inch at the bottom of where I'm going to put the pad. I can see where my hole is going to be. Just going to take one right across there because I've got the big bite, I can do that. One across there, and then I'm going to take one further across. So there's my 2 holes. So once you've made your holes and put your eyelets in, you want to cut a piece of magnetic sheet. You can get this from eBay, and that will need to be about 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. That's going to be stuck onto the back so that you can attach it to the fridge. So what I'm going to do, because the magnetic sheet will be going on the back, I'm going to just thread my ribbon through and pop some double-sided tape on top of it to secure it down. I'm going to take it more into the middle so I know that it's going to be covered, and I'm thinking you don't need that much, it's just to attach it to the clip or the pin, whatever you're going to use. Of course, you don't have to do this at all, you could just leave it without this, you don't have to put this on. I'm not going to take the backing off at the moment because I'm going to stick that magnetic sheet on later. As you can see, once I've threaded them through, I've only cut them off at that sort of length, so that by the time I've attached them, to the paper clip, they'll be hanging higher up. Of course, you don't want to cut them off too short, unless you'll have a job to be able to tie them on. It'll be a more than fiddly number. There you go. I have enough trouble as it is. It's proving a bit more fiddly than I thought. There. Okay. So you can cut that off if you want to. Cut that off a little bit. I won't cut it off too. My scissors is very blunt. I need a sharp scissors really. So that's that. I'm going to attach the other one of those, and then I can just clip some little notes or anything, little sayings, anything can be clipped onto those, as well as having the post-it note on the top. So I'm going to attach that now as we put the double-sided tape on. So now I'm going to decorate my girl. I'm going to colour her in with some pro markers and then add her on to the side here and put on my other clip, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. So here's the finished notepad. I'll try and get it all in for you there. I've coloured her in with pro markers, and I've layered her. There's about 4 layers on there. I've layered her skirt up, and I've used some of this. Sorry if it's a bit shaky, so I haven't got it on a tripod, the camera today. I used this funky fibre, which I got in G&T's, and I've layered that underneath a skirt, and I've put some tulle in the next layer just to make it feel more interesting, and I put some lacing in there with some silver thread. Put this charm that I got from Prima. I got that in the jewellery department. Put some ribbons in her hair, and I've glossy accented her eyes and the skulls. The notepad, I just stamped the image from the set from Invisible Images, which has got some barbed wire on it. I'll put the links to the stamps underneath in the description box, and hope you like it and have a go. Make a great Christmas present. As I said, you can make it for anyone, a man, a woman, a child, anybody. It's something that's really versatile. You can hang it or put it on the fridge, so it can go anywhere you like. And hopefully I'll see you soon for another tutorial.